New information tonight on that massive molasses spill that has killed thousands of fish in Honolulu Harbor. Today, a University of Hawaii researchers tells KITV there's no doubt that the molasses is also killing coral at an alarming rate. KITV4's Andrew Pereira has the latest developments. Andrew.
Yunji, federal help has arrived to determine how the impact of the spill can be mitigated, but that help won't reverse the effects researchers have documented over the past several days. It's been 7 days since the captain of the Hoku-Kea motored into Honolulu Harbor, and for Keone Erickson, it was a stark contrast.
Normally when it rains hard from the canals, the water changes color, so I thought that might have something to do with it, but when I seen the tilapias floating, then I realized it's not just the rain, it's something else.
Of course, that something else is 233,000 gallons of molasses that poured into the harbor early Monday after a pipeline near Pier 52 burst. Matson has taken responsibility, but wasn't even aware that section of pipeline existed. On Friday, a DLNR patrol boat gathered more water samples as the fish kill continues. Some of those water samples are ending up here at the Koala Marine Laboratory, as well as tissue samples from coral heads. Dr. Bob Richmond says there's no doubt the molasses spill is having a devastating impact on coral on the harbor bottom.
Corals that were likely stressed a day or two ago are now dead. So inside the harbor is where we see a lot of mortality, but even coming out of the harbor, turning to the west, you can see the influence of the plume extending.
Dr. Richmond showed us video shot by Koala Marine Laboratory Thursday that clearly shows the killing grounds. At just about every churn, coral heads are bleaching, a direct result of molasses.
All this stuff here is in the midst of losing tissue. Here we go. Yeah, this is all bleached here, and all this is bleaching.
Meanwhile, two on-scene coordinators with the EPA are now on Oahu to determine the best course of action with input from the State Health Department.
To assist them to look at the situation, to look at possible spill response scenarios and what more can be done to respond to the molasses spill and to clean up.
For state lawmakers, the spill has raised more questions than answers.
The biggest question is why the state didn't require an emergency response plan for Matson or for any operation that might be dealing with these molasses issues.
Especially after 50,000 gallons of molasses spilled from a state pipeline on Maui in 2003. Matson is confident the amount of molasses that entered Honolulu Harbor won't change, but it's clear to many longtime observers there's been an undeniable transformation.
And I've never seen the tilapia die because they're survivors. So if they're dying, something's wrong.
Dr. Richmond says fish appear to be dying because molasses is drawing water from inside their cells and causing those cells to shrink and collapse. However, that still needs to be verified through further testing. Matson, meanwhile, brings molasses from Maui every week to ship to the mainland, but those shipments have now been suspended indefinitely. That's the latest. Yunji, back to you.
So much great information. Thank you.